There you are. Well, thank you for joining me in this latest IC82 video. I'm just enjoying a beautiful evening running this fantastic rebuilt Battle of Britain class locomotive, 213 squadron I think it is, around the conservatory layout. Ah, yes, the Shunters, the Battle of the Shunters. We need to get that going, don't we? Yes. I quite agree, I need to get cracking and get some filming done. So, I'm going to have a look at this controller first. We're going to do a review on that, so let's just slow this right down. Gosh, oh, I mean that's exactly what I'm on about. With this old with this old DC controller here, there was a massive dead zone. If I basically get the camcorder right over the controller, there we go. So you can see right now it's pointing at about 8:30 or something like that. Well, I would say that, in fact, if I just switch it off so our locomotive doesn't shoot off, I would say that from there right to there was virtually no change in speed at all. Doing all of that basically did nothing. So even though I wanted the locomotive to stop somewhere around here, it actually took till there to stop because I just had so much to turn and kill off. Now, I know that that's not quite the case with this revamped DC controller by Hornby. They have somehow very cleverly made it very good at controlling low speed power. Let me just show you what I mean. So if we just fire this one back up. Now I'm going to slowly start to turn this controller until the locomotive bursts into life. So here we go. 10 o'clock already. 10:30. There we go. So I had to give it quite a little bit of power. Look. It's at about 11 o'clock and she's just about moving. If I start to turn it down, well, she's still just moving. Now that's impressive, but we are working with a fantastic locomotive here. It's a very, very good example by Hornby, this particular model. So, the reason I do like this controller, and I still use it a lot, is even though it's not brilliant for slow speed performance, and you have that massive dead zone where there's basically no change in speed at all, it does have this little bit down here, which I like to call the turbo. This is the turbo section. This is where you can really, really get the power there and make the locomotive go quite fast. If I just back the locomotive up and show you what I mean. See, look at that. That's the turbo zone. So again, if I bring it back, and see if you can notice when it goes into that turbo gear. Yeah, that's it. Look, turbo zone. So that's one of the reasons I do use this controller quite a bit, because with some of the locomotives, to get them to go fast, well, not fast, but just to go at any sort of great speed, you need that turbo zone. A really good example actually is I think it's the Batman Class 40. Yeah, I think it's this one here. Under normal conditions, with the Hornby controller, this locomotive doesn't like to go very fast at all. It seems to be happy trundling along at about a scale speed of 40 or 50 miles per hour. But in real life, these locomotives could go much faster. They could easily get up to about 80 or 90 or something like that. Maybe even 100. I'm not too sure off the top of my head. But they could certainly go faster than the controller would allow. However, with the turbo zone, with this little bit right down the very end of the controller, you can get it up to those sorts of speeds. This controller is not quite the same. It works differently. Let me just show you. So we've got that one going into this track at the moment. So if I just take that out, this is quite tricky to do with one hand, but I will do my best. So this is the other controller. I'm just going to hook this over, put it into this one. There we go. Hoist the cables into the little overhead telegraph pole things so that they don't get in the way. That's it. That'll do. Right, so now we've got this controller powering the outer loop, powering our locomotive. And as I say, this one works quite differently. So if I just give that some power, you have to pick a direction before you're allowed to even turn it, which is again different to this one. With this one, you can have, you know, your locomotive trundling, hurtling along at 100 miles an hour and then suddenly flip direction. Which I must admit is a bit crazy, and I don't think I've ever done it. With this controller, that's impossible. They don't let you do that. So let's see what this one's like. If I start to turn it, it should start to... Oof, yeah. Look at that. It's actually... The camcorder is showing that as a flashing red light, but to my naked eye, it's a solid light. And you can see that it's just moving, but there is a tremendous buzzing coming from the locomotive. If I give it a little bit more power, and then a bit more still, and then I turn it right down, change direction, bring it back, a bit more, but that's it. That is maximum. I can't get any faster. Look. Look, it literally will not go any further. There's no turbo. There's no turbo zone. Slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. Okay. Change direction. Oof, that's something that's hard to do as well. Unless you properly got it right down, it won't let you change direction. Watch. If you've even got it just a tiny little bit, then it doesn't want to know. And the whole thing just feels so cheap. I'm not joking. It really does feel incredibly cheap. Not like this one, which is really, really, really solid. Really solid. It's like a Russian tank. Here we go. So yeah, I hope you see what I mean now. There's quite a difference in these controllers. And these are just the two standard controllers by Hornby. These two controllers are probably two of the most common, two of the most popular controllers in the whole world. Just because they're in practically every Hornby set that has ever been. Which is why they are so popular. But I don't think they're up to the job. I don't like the huge differences between them. Especially not to do my awesome Battle of the Shunters video with. Which is why I'm going to be looking at this one. Now, I've had this for a while. I've probably had it for 6 to 9 months actually, but I'm only just getting around to doing a video on it. Gaugemaster make a fantastic range of controllers. They do DC and DCC stuff, and they are a really good company. They're a very reputable make. It's a very, very high quality build, and this is basically their most basic railway controller. This is the bottom of the range. This is the cheapest, simplest controller that they do, I'm sure of it. I think the unit used to be originally much bigger, but they've managed to condense it down into this neat little sort of handheld unit, which is quite nice. So I'm going to do a review on that now. Okay, so here we have the Gaugemaster Model Railway Controller, Gaugemaster Quality in Control. It's the model Combi. I don't know why they call it a Combi. I don't know what exactly it's combining. I don't think it combines anything. For OOHO and N-gauge layouts. Fantastic. Standard 12 volts DC 1 amp, complete with wall-mounted transformer. Good. Full specifications of this product and other controllers will be found in the Gaugemaster catalogue or on our website. Okay. And, oops, sorry for knocking the tripod. What does it say on the back? Oh, wow! Made in the UK. Oh my gosh. Okay. You really don't see that very often these days. So to see that is pretty special. I had no idea it was made in the UK. I'm pretty sure Gaugemaster aren't British. Are they? Are they British? No, I don't think so. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Right, Gaugemaster. What does that say? Gaugemaster Controls and the Engine Shed were both formed in 1975, and respectively as two separate businesses. Oh my gosh! Maybe they are. The Engine Shed, a local model shop in Bognor Regis, and Gaugemaster, an electronic subassembly business in Worthing. They are British. Well, I don't know what to say. I might as well just... Shall I just stop the video? I think I'm just going to close down the whole channel and everything because I feel terrible. I am so sorry. I had no idea. I mean, they might... Are they British? Surely not. No, they've probably been bought out by some gigantic Arab company or something now, have they? I don't know. Gosh, they've given you the whole history. Look at this. Between 84 and 97, two retail shops both grew together, an increase in mail order business. Oh my gosh. I had no idea. Can we get up to like sort of the modern day? I don't know. No, I guess... right. Okay, well I'm not going to read all of that because you'll just end up falling asleep and stuff. But I had no idea that Gaugemaster started out with like a shop and an actual manufacturing company down south. I had no idea. That is completely new to me, that is. Gosh, sorry, yeah, I'm just totally fascinated by that. In fact, I tell you what, how about I just stop the camcorder for a second, read it, and come back to you. Okay, so I'm back. I've read it all. I've even had a quick look around on the internet and stuff. Yes, they do seem to be British. I feel a fool. I had no idea. I don't know why, but for some reason I thought they were German. I did. I don't know where that comes from. I thought that they were continental European at least. Or that maybe this was like the British arm of a huge French/German company or something like that. I don't know why I thought that. I just did. Maybe it was the colour schemes, or maybe it was somebody at a shop that just threw me by talking about German controllers or something. I don't know. I have no idea. I feel so embarrassed. I have no idea. Anyway, I won't keep going on about it. Basically, it gives you a rundown of the history of the company, which is pretty good. And it just seems like they're going from strength to strength, basically getting bigger and bigger, building new premises and manufacturing lots of different controllers. They don't just manufacture controllers, look at this. The Gaugemaster range is available from your local dealer, or in case of difficulty, direct from ourselves. We offer a comprehensive range of essential model railway accessories, including analog controllers, back scenes, bulbs, cork, decoders, digital controllers, flexible track, flock, foliage, grasses, leaves, lichen, Mordock, plaster, point control. Okay, yeah, they do a lot of stuff, including transformers, track cleaners, uncouplers, tunnel mouths, lots of things for your model railway, which is really, really cool. I've just noticed the camcorder's battery's getting quite low, so I'm going to have to hurry up. Right, let's slide it open and have a look. Gosh, that's all there is to it. Not much, is there? So we've got some instructions here. Gaugemaster Model Combi single track controller. Yes, that's what we want, thank you. With a wall mounted transformer. Quite an extensive range of instructions for just a simple controller. Guarantee Combi outputs 0 to 12 volts, 1 amp. Operation. Oh gosh, there's an LED as well. Very cool. Right, so yeah, that's the. That is the. Oh my gosh! No, I was going to say, is this the transformer? No, that is the controller. That is tiny. Gosh. And this huge, big, fat, heavy box, this is the transformer. Don't worry, it's not Optimus Prime or anything cool like that. It's the adapter, isn't it? Yeah. Gosh, look how big and heavy that is. Whew. Don't know why some of them are so big and heavy, but like ones for your mobile phone are just so tiny and compact now. But anyway, so that's the transformer. You're lost in disguise. And this is the actual controller. This is the unit. Now look at that. Oh, that feels nice. That's although to be honest, it's not got quite as much resistance as I thought it would have, but it's still well built. The quality feels fantastic. Hey, it's really light as well. Well, it's not. It's quite bizarre because it's not too light. But at the same time, it's not too heavy, it's not uncomfortable. You could hold that in your hand for ages, and it would not hurt, it would not feel uncomfortable. But at the same time, it feels solid enough and good, for good build quality. So that's really cool. Combi. So there's your operation LED to let you know if you've got power going to the track. And you've actually got proper numbers, so that's really good. So for example, you might know that a scale speed of 70 miles per hour for the backman, class 40, is actually 60 on this controller. So every time you run it, you know to just get it roughly up to about 60, and you'll be doing that, which is dead good. And then for another locomotive, it might be only 40 or something. Because obviously every locomotive is different, because they all have different motors and stuff. But that's a really nice touch. And then we've got a directional button, a forwards and reverse, with a dead zone in the middle, which is really handy. I'm assuming the dead zone in the middle is going to operate very similar to the Hornby one, and allow you to do all this and play around with it without actually sending power to the track. And then that actually sends power to the track. So that's nice. I do like that. It's a quality unit. It's a quality unit. This is the bit that scares me the most. What do we do here? So obviously that's where the power goes in, and then this is where the power comes out. Ah, I see. Okay, this is good, this is good. So we've got these two on the left for the actual track, and then those two are for accessories. I'm not quite too sure how that would work. Does it just run constant power to those, or is it, again, determined by the controller? I'm not too sure. Maybe it's like the Hornby one, maybe it's just constant power. Yeah, is that what that symbol's supposed to mean? Does that symbol mean that it's constant? No, that symbol means it's AC. Yeah, alternating current. And that's the direct current symbol, I think. Oh gosh, it's years since I did electronics in science and stuff. And there's the input. Right, okay, so that transformer is going to be outputting 16 to 18 volts of AC, and this transforms that into 16 to 18 volts for accessories and 0 to 12 volts DC for the actual track. Okay, that's fine. So, but how do we get... I get it. So, okay, Phillips head screwdriver then. So a cross head screwdriver into there, loosen that up maybe, and then shove the cables up into those little holes. I'm assuming that's what it must be, because there's nothing there at the top. But you've got, look, yeah, you've got these screws just there, and then underneath, that must be where the cables go. Yes. Right. Gosh, come on, focus. There we go. So, very, very professional. I don't think I've ever had to do anything quite so hardcore. Okay, that's fine. I shall get some cabling and we'll get it wired in. Okay, so I'm back. It's been about half an hour. I have read through that entire massive sheet of instructions, which does take some doing, to be quite honest. And basically they're just covering their own backs. They're just saying, look, be really careful with this. Don't plug another one in and let the two short circuit each other out, because that could blow up and fire could rage around the house and everybody dies. It's a bit dramatic. But yeah, it more or less says just be careful with it and know what you're doing. The most interesting thing is when talking about the accessory port. There we go, for just powering accessories such as point decoders. They do recommend the use of a CDU. There we go, a capacitor discharge unit. Now I do know what one of those is. And basically it's like this little unit that allows the electricity to build up, and then it discharges it all in one go, so that there's plenty of power there just to make sure that, you know, those points do move and stuff. So that's what that is basically. That's quite good. But other than that, yes, very, very thorough instructions. Very thorough. I don't think there's a single thing they don't cover, which is really impressive. So that's nice and professional. And again, it's not something I'm really used to. Now, I've gone and got a really, really nice high quality cable here. Look at this. So these are the two ends that are going to go into the controller. And the wires are already primed and ready to do that. And then this is the end that's going to go into the track. And look, it's already pre-fitted with these fantastic, really thick, high quality metal coatings, basically, so that it's going to go into the the power piece of track perfectly. So that's dead good, and I've got a Phillips head screwdriver as well. So here we go. I'm assuming it should just be a simple case of loosening these up. What happens if I do that? Can I see anything changing? Or what happens if I tighten it? Ah, okay, so, oh look, did you see that? It's like, I'm gonna have to, yeah, there's some, I'm gonna have to look at it out off the viewfinder, but there's something definitely moving there. Okay, so if I just pull these apart ever so slightly, like that, and we're going to insert that one into there. Something I forgot to mention is that the instructions also tell you it comes with some sticky pads. And it does, they're in the box. There's definitely some sticky pads to allow you to fix the unit onto your baseboard. Some people may choose to do it another way. Maybe I don't want to stick it to my baseboard. Maybe I want to stick it to a huge wooden panel full of these types of controllers. I don't know. But it's a nice little touch. They didn't have to do it, but they have done it, so that's quite good. Go on. Got to get this one to go in there now. There we go. That's good. I hope I'm doing an okay job. I was never very good at the wiring the plug lesson in science. I always seem to get it quite messy, which is probably why I don't do any of that these days, and probably why I'm still alive. Right. That feels pretty good to me. So there we go. There's a good quality cable going into that now, nice and thick, and it's time to go put the other end into the track and then get it powered up. Okay, so I need to get rid of the old one first, obviously. I mean, if this controller is good enough, then I'm basically going to get another one of them and use one on each loop, and then I don't have to bother with the the standard Hornby controllers at all. That is the plan. That is what I'd like to do. The reason for that is that, well, I've been using these Hornby controllers for a long time now, and whilst they do an okay job, I don't think they're quite professional enough for us to go forward and carry on doing lots of fantastic vids, and to allow us to do the new layout, of course, as well. Excuse me. Okay, I'm back. Gosh, it actually took quite a while to put away all those controllers and all their wires and cables and transformers and everything else. Anyway, we're here. So this is the new transformer. I will just I'll come on to that in a second. Let's get the actual Combi controller linked up to the track first. So I'm going to be using the really nice high quality thick ends of the cable to just plug into this. So there's one. Oh, it would help if I pulled a little bit of slack off. There's the other. And then again, let's just hoist them over the cables using these. It's not exactly the world's neatest or most professional solution. Yep, but it'll do. It will do for now. Okay, so there's my controller. I don't need to worry about this loop, don't worry, that loop isn't in use today, so it's okay. So now I need to plug the transformer in. I'm really sorry, I seem to be losing my voice this evening for some reason. I've got a right frog in my throat. So that's one end, and then for the other. Right, we're in. Let's give it some power. Okay, and let's just test it then and see if we can get that to light up. Oh yes. Wow, that's really nice. The instructions do say that the intensity of the red LED will change depending on how much power you give it, and that really is true. Look at that. You can see, well, yeah, I guess you can only just see on the camcorder, but trust me, it definitely does increase in intensity. So that's really cool. Okay, let's I'm gonna have to pick a direction now and see how well it powers this locomotive. So if I just spin the camcorder right round so that you can I'll let you see the whole operation. How about that? How about that? There we go. So if I just move the controller into shot. Right, let's give it a direction. Now I've probably wired it up wrong. We've got a 50-50 chance, haven't we? Which means I've got it wrong. So let's pick reverse, and the Canada locomotive should go backwards down the Canada locomotive. The train was called the Canada. I'm going to have people writing in. The locomotive is called 213 Squadron. So we should have number 213 Squadron reverse nicely down the line. Let's see. And it does. Look at that. Oh my gosh. This is quality. That was beautiful. Oh, why did I not switch to this all those months ago? Right, forward. Avasti. Look at that. That is beautiful. Oh gosh, and I didn't even get it up to number 40 on the on the dial. So, gosh, I mean, what's 80 or 90 going to be like? Okay, let's go back again. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. That's really nice. Slow speed, slow. Look at that for DC. Kill it. Change direction. Oh my gosh. That is just... Oh, people, that is just fantastic. I am grinning like a little kid on Christmas Day. I can't believe that for, how much was this? 30, 35 pounds? Really wasn't very much. That is a quality control mechanism. It really is. It's so lovely. Okay, I'm going to wire it in properly, tidy up all these messy cables, and then we'll get the locomotive running around the track like a free spirit. Okay, again, I've got to be quick because I haven't got very much power left, but I'm telling you, I am over the moon with this controller. The quality is just... I mean, look at that. So what are we? What number? 20. And look how smooth that is. Isn't that nice? That's just incredible. There's no buzzing, there's no humming. It's like, it's almost as if it's actually DCC. I'm going to have to try it with one of the Shunters now. I just am. Look at that. That is beautiful. How fast can we get it to go though? What if I let it get right down there, right to the end of the track, and then I flip direction? Okay, slow it down. That's nice as well. There's no dead zone. I told it to slow down and it responded. Right. Baby, come back. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, give it a bit more power. Bit more, bit more, bit more. We're at 50. We're at 60. Okay, that's 85. I'm not joking. The controller is set to 85. There's definitely no need to go any faster than that. Look. That's brilliant. So it's basically got a really, really smooth range of power and control, right from 0 up to 100. So if you remember with the old style Hornby one, you had a massive dead zone where basically nothing happened, and then a turbo right at the end. Well, with this, you've got just a really smooth range of control right the way around. That is absolutely perfect for our Shunters, folks. Absolutely perfect. So I'm going to grab possibly my favourite one out of all them, which is this one. The Serco Class 08. And I'm going to put that on the track. Just there. Like so. Don't worry, it's still DC. The locomotive is still DC, it's not been chipped yet or anything. Time to take this one off, of course. Nice and gently. Very carefully put it down. Okay, here we go. Time to see how smooth this is. Wow, look at that. Whoa. And then get it to come this way. Oh my gosh. Look at this. I did not know such slow speed, smooth control was possible with a DC controller. Obviously it helps to have a really good quality controller, and it helps to have a really good quality locomotive. But that is just phenomenal. I'm so glad so many people have got on at me in the comments and messages and tweets to say, get a new controller, get a better controller, Will. Thank you. I can't thank you enough. This controller is doing a fantastic job. Look at that. Oh, that's brilliant. I mean, how good is it? I mean, that's a really good locomotive. Is it capable of running a really cheapo locomotive as well? Like one of these. Like, oh my gosh, this one. This little LMS 040. This is so old. It really is. And oh my gosh, its wheels aren't even that clean. Let's see if it can run that. Okay, here we go. Oh, no, I think the wheels are maybe a... Oh gosh, no, she's off. Whoa, come back. Come back. Whoa. Slow down, slow down. Okay, yeah, that's impressive. I'm convinced. Right, end the test. We don't need to do any more testing. Gosh, that locomotive is A, really old, B, has wheels as dirty as the dirtiest thing in the world, and this controller still managed to get it to run at a really nice speed. That's impressive. Okay, let the battle of the shunters commence.